Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Mind blank there. And today we're going to be going to the second part of the Electroculus farm. And so in the first video it is called the All Electric Electroculus farm or All Electroculus Locations. But I do at the end say that I did miss out on about 10 of them, 10 to 12 I think. There's about a fair few on this island and then just about 8 on this island here. So I did miss out on about 10 to 15. And that was due to these ones here just being relatively difficult to actually get. There's many more puzzles to actually do to them, and you know, it's a bit harder to actually get to them. And in the first one I did actually just cover ones that are very easy to get, but in this one I'll be going over all the ones that I have here on screen. I'll just show the locations of them if you want to jot them down as we go. So there's one here, here, on this island here, and here. There is one here at the Great Narukami Shrine, one here above the word Mount Yugu, one down here by this little pond next to Chinju Forest. You've got one in Byakko Plain. And then there also is one here in Inazuma City, which I'll actually cover also. I did miss this one. It's not hard to get, I just did miss it. Going over to the Tatarasuna, there's about just 8 here, and we'll get into actually this area near the end of the video. Timestamps actually will be in the description. Some people did say that I should have put timestamps for the first video. I definitely should have. Sorry, my bad on that. I will put timestamps for this video though. Okay, so for the first one that we are covering out of this new batch is here on Narukami Shrine Mountain. If we look at the minimap, we actually can see that there is one somewhere here in front of me right now, but through like tiresomely looking for it here, it's nowhere to be found. Where it actually is, and where you actually want to find it, is if you climbed at Narukami Shrine or the Narukami Mountain here correctly, going up by the path, you will see a certain electric wall. That electric wall, for that you need to get an Electrogranum. That Electrogranum can be located by jumping off the backside where the actual tree is. You just jump off the backside and glide for a bit till you see this little floating island. Once you locate this island, there is an Electrogranum right here. Interact with it and just make your way down to this little electro wall towards the actual shrine again. It's just down below. And boom, there you go. You can't actually get this one yet. So, as a point of reference, you can't get this one. You need a higher electro, or what is it called, the Narukami Shrine tree. That tree needs to be a higher level. I believe it's around level 17 to 18. But this is where the location for it is as a point of reference. It's right there. Mark it on the maps. You need a higher shrine level. And for the second Electroculus that I missed, we're coming down here to the middle of Mount Yugu. Just pretty much at the bottom where this little river is, or pond, lake, whatever you want to call it is. Now this one I have absolutely zero clue. I know I should be showing the actual locations, but I literally don't even know how to approach this one. I don't know if there's a secret cave anywhere. I really have no clue, but if you look at the map on the look at the mini map, that is, there is a little star marker there. If I move slightly, you can see it. I just have absolute zero clue how to get to it or do it. It might be in the sky. I haven't seen anything in the sky. I really don't know where this one is, but it's somewhere in the middle of this pond lake thing. For the third one that I missed, we're going to jump up to the top here at Jinren Island. We're going to go to its southernmost point, and if you haven't done this before, there will be a marker on the actual map, but you want to come up to the actual Electrogranum up here, interact with it, and obviously just spam T and go up through this portal that's in the sky. Where this portal will take you is to the boss, one of the bosses, the mechanical array. I can't remember its full name, but it's the mechanical array. The reason we're coming here is if you go around it, I'm pretty sure you don't have to kill it, but if we just run around it here, you'll be greeted with an invisible wall, or not invisible, but a wall. Now, I'm not sure how you get around this wall specifically. I don't know if you have to climb one of these points. We'll just explore. Because I do know for a fact I did try this a bit earlier. And you're greeted with invisible walls up here as well. There's a waypoint over there you can see. I have no clue how to get there though. Now the question could be that you just kill the boss. I'll be back when I do that. And after completing the boss, let's actually just jump back to this invisible wall, and it's still not gone. So this is another one of those that I just don't know how to get. I really don't. I've searched the immediate area around here in search of a quest. I've done anything here. I just can't figure out where the quest would be to unlock this little array wall thing, whatever it is. There's pretty much just an invisible wall all around, so I'm not too sure how to do this. If you do know, and if you have figured it out, do leave a comment down below. I'm really interested, and I kind of really want to know. But, you know, sorry about this, guys, but the fourth or third, I'm sorry, I lost count, that next Electroculus that is here should be just around this corner through this wall after the boss. And for the fourth one that I missed, we're going to jump to this first island here. This is its general location. There's these two to the side. We jump into this middle one right here. When you get to this island, you'll need to do a certain quest line before you actually come to this island, rather. I should state that. So the quest line that you're going to want to complete before you come to this island, you're going to want to go to this waypoint above the word Conda in Conda Village. And then if you walk towards the path, you should see a Shrine Maiden standing next to a fox statue. Talk to that Shrine Maiden, complete her whole quest line, until you get a specific item in your bags called the, don't quote me, the Memento Lens. Do that quest until you get this item. You have to do it, it takes a while, you know, it is quite a lengthy quest, I'd say, like, and then it's a 20 to 30 minute quest line. But do that quest until you get that item, and then you'll, you know, get a guide on how to use that item, and that item is used to scan these foxes here. And then you look through the lens, you see something, and then this appears. There you go. You use this, you interact with that, cancel that out, and then up there is the Electroculus. Again, if you see another one of these foxes, use the lens, like that, and these will appear. But oh, we don't have a hide. There's another one. There's another fox. Scan the third fox, and then the last thing should appear, and we should be able to get on our way up to the top. Oops, wrong button. Do that, and there is another Electroculus. And for the sixth Electroculus, we're jumping down to this bottom island out of these three major ones. We're jumping down to the bottom one. Again, for this one, you're going to need your mesmerizing or memento lens or whatever it's called. You're going to just look at this. It only really works on the statues or the small ones with the glowing eyes. Open up your lens, look at it, wait for the little cutscene thing to happen through the memento lens, and you have a massive passageway that opens underground. Jump in and you have your first Electroculus, or this Electroculus here, and then a massive underground tunnel. And for the sixth Electroculus, it is on this island that you're seeing right now, this big island in the top right, but you don't want to go here to get here. Where you want to go is you want to go to where the fifth location was, which was on this island, go down into that tunnel for the fifth, and pretty much travel through that tunnel, all the way till you find the Sealy, and then just follow the Sealy to the exit, and that Sealy will take you up through a tunnel and through a bunch of climbing and whatnot up to the surface here. And then for the sixth Electroculus, it's right here floating in the air. Let me give it a shot trying to climb this tree. And we're geniuses. And there you go, that's the sixth Electroculus. So, for the next two Electroculus actually, being one of them here next to Chinju Forest, and the other being underneath in the Kondo Village well, pretty much in the middle of Byakko Plain here, what you're going to want to do is go to this waypoint here, and there will be a Shrine Maiden looking character with a quest. What you're going to want to do is start that whole quest and complete the whole thing. I've just done it, so I can't really show any gameplay, but there is a quest there from a Shrine Maiden. You pick it up, and it has to do with a bunch of mysterious and strange activities in Kondo Village. It's kind of a little mini game, cool little secret quest where you have to talk to a bunch of different people. After you do all that, you'll get given a key, or you'll get given the access to the Kondo well. When you go into the Kondo well, you'll go through a whole maze and a few mini games where you have to do a bunch of jumping puzzles and defeat an enemy. Once you do all that and you've solved the puzzle, which is down there, it's not too difficult, it's just a bit of a number puzzle, you'll be able to climb up into this room where we will see another Electroculus right here floating above the just kind of the open space. Climb up a wall, jump, and you'll be able to get it really easily. And for the next Electroculus, the one that I did mention in Chinju Forest is here. The reason you want to do the Konda Village and the Byakko Plain one over here first is because you need the key from underneath the Konda well. There's a little room that you loot, and on a table there is a key. That key will let you interact with this door. You need one rust-worn key, which is the key that you find underneath the Konda Village well. Use that key here, opens that gate, and there is the next Electroculus. And also in here, there's another one of those shrines that you have to do for the continuation of this quest within here. And for the 9th Electroculus, we're going to jump down here to this little beach area under the Chinju Forest. When you get to this location, pretty much where I'm at in the ocean, you will see an Electrogranum with 3 Seelie statues. You'll just have to collect 3 different Seelies, one being over here in this little mountain kind of hole, another being over there by the Wave Rider point, and the hardest one being over here in this bubble, where you will have to use your memento lens on the Kitsune statue right there. That will take away the bubble, and then you can get the Seelie to come over here. Obviously, when you get all the Seelies here, you'll get 3 chests, but the reason we're here is the Electroculus, where you click on the Electrogranum and press T to victory. Shoots you up into the sky, and you can get there easily. And that's the 9th Electroculus. And for the 10th Electroculus, and pretty much the final one on this whole area that I can get, is in underneath. Underneath is keyword in Inazuma City. Underneath it, rather. I can't get it right. Underneath Inazuma City. I recommend this angle of approach. It's the closest one. Travel up to this waypoint here and just jump off the edge to this little area. And here you will find a little cave to get into the actual cliff or mountain. I don't even know what this is. But you want to just hug the left side of the wall, and we're going towards this cave over here. Once you find this cave, has a few like rhino beetles in it, pick one of them up or 2 of them, and then you'll see the 10th Electroculus. This one should have been a part of the first video, I just missed it, my bad. But this is the 10th. For the next few Electroculus, and I'm pretty sure it's 8 to be exact, we're going to be focusing on this area of the map, the Tatarasuna. If you can't get to this area, if you've got that invisible bubble, what you have to do is you have to go to the Kujo encampment, this waypoint. Right next to the waypoint, you'll encounter a soldier talking with a shrine maiden. And then you do that quest, it takes you over to the side of the mountain where you talk to a character called Xavier. He'll tell you to go in there, or he'll tell you to rather shoot some cannons at the thing, and then you'll have to go in there and do a bunch of other stuff. But that's how you unlock this area, and big shout out to the guys, or some of the guys in the comment section of the previous video for telling me how to unlock that. Big thanks to you guys, much love, and let's get into this area. For the first Electroculus in the Tatarasuna, you're going to want to travel to this waypoint here, the Kanazuka Inazuma. You want to jump to this point. You'll see the Electro Hypostasis in front of you. You don't want to fight him if you don't want to, I guess. But once you get here, you'll see this wooden path that follows up. You'll see these 2 torches. You want to just go up this path. You'll see a Seelie here, or go here. And I'm pretty sure the Seelie will go to where the Electroculus is. But you want to just climb up here and then start climbing the wall here. Now, it might not seem like there's anything up here until you get a bit closer, but there is a little ledge up here. If you keep climbing to the top, you'll be greeted with the 11th Electroculus. For the 12th in total, or 2nd in the Tatarasuna, you're going to want to travel to the Archon waypoint here, or the Statue of the Seven. You want to travel up here until you get to this ledge. Once you get to this ledge, you're going to want to jump into the hole until you see this Electrogranum specifically. The reason you want this one is because the Electroculus is in this tower, but slightly covered by this bubble. So what you're going to have to do is quickly pick it up and climb very quickly. And then drop down immediately And there you have the 12th Electroculus in total. For the 13th Electroculus, you're going to want to go to the Archon Waypoint, or the Statue of the Seven again, and just follow this mountain ridge all the way up till you get about the midway point. Once you get to the midway point, you'll see this little shrine area, and behind that shrine is the 13th, 12th Electroculus. You couldn't get to this one before because the wall just cut it off, but now that you've unlocked the Tatarasuna, you should be able to get it. And for the 14th Electroculus, you're going to want to travel to any waypoint really that you can get to this area comfortably. You want to be up on top of this ridge. And now this one, I will clarify, is moderately difficult to actually get to because it's a bit precise gliding and whatnot. But you want to get on top of this ridge. Once you're here, the Electroculus is actually far underneath at the top of the roof of this underground area. That all sounds very odd to say, but carefully and expertly grab onto this little rock wall here. Now we can see the Electroculus just over there. Now if you miss this, obviously retry, but you have to grab onto this close wall. You have to hug the ceiling of the rock formation as tightly as possible to grab onto this wall. And then you just want to slowly climb your way over to the Electroculus. Maybe we can speed up a bit. And slowly but surely, when you get here, I'd say take it slowly, but there you go. That is the 14th Electroculus. Okay, so for the 15th, we're going to travel up here to the peak of this mountain, this waypoint right here. And when we get to this waypoint, we're going to travel slightly down the actual cliff until we get to pretty much about here. You see this rock formation, just jump down to the ledge. What we're going to do here is, again, jump off the side of the cliff. And slowly but surely make our way down to this hole. But we want to stay as close to the top as possible to avoid any loss of altitude. And then you want to just squeeze your way in here. And if you did it accurately enough, you can even try to go up to that ledge. But there is a ledge right here that you can drop down to. If you did it correctly, you should see the Electroculus just on this ledge. There's it's quite a lot easier compared to the previous one, but you know, take it slowly and you'll get it easily. And that is the 15th. And so for the next Electroculus, the 16th Electroculus, you're going to want to travel up to this waypoint right here, and you're going to want to travel and jump off the cliff in this direction towards this house on this little cliff here. You'll see the house very clearly. It's made out of wood. When you get here, you'll obviously land. And is it in the house? It is. You jump up, and that is the 16th Electroculus. For the 17th Electroculus, you're going to want to come to the very top of the center point of the Tatarasuna. After you get to here, just jump onto some of these houses here. You'll see this massive glowing whatever that is. And it's towards the northern side. You'll see the 17th Electroculus just amongst some of the buildings here. Hopefully I don't die. But you do need to actually get into this bubble here. But it's just between some buildings. And that's the 17th right there. So for the 18th Electroculus, you're going to have to travel to the very top of the Tatarasuna again. When you get here, you'll have to go to the area where you finish the quest with Xavier, where you placed one of the beacons. You'll find an Electrogranum here and the Electroculus up in the sky there. Best way I found to do it is, pardon me, interact with the Electrogranum and run over to this house here and climb the double barrel. When you climb the double barrel and you fuck up the jump, you should be able to tether to it and pick up the Electroculus. For yet another Electroculus, you're going to be having to go to the top of the Tatarasuna again. There's a fair few here. And for this one, you're going to have to travel to, it's quite a difficult location to describe, but the beacon that I mentioned in the previous one was just up there. You want to travel just right along the ridge, jump off this little balcony here and onto this little platform. Once you get here, the next Electroculus will be inside this building to the right hand side. Go in, and that's the 19th for you. So for the 20th Electroculus, we're going to go to underneath this actual mountain. I'm not on top, I'm underneath here. We want to go up to pretty much you'll see the lake, you'll see that time challenge, and there'll be a gate here. How do you unlock this gate? You need to actually collect all 3 keys. I'm not going to collect them. I spent about 30 minutes looking for this 3rd key, and I'm not going to look for it anymore until like it becomes a bit more common knowledge. But all 3 keys can be found within the location of the Tatarasuna, so good luck looking for all 3 keys. The location of 2 of the keys are right here. You'll find a wooden bridge with a chest on it. That's where the 1st key is, and the 2nd key is on a house at the top of the Tatarasuna here, if you're just interested in 2 of them. I don't know where the 3rd one is. Sorry about that. And the next Electroculus is over here in Fort Mume. This is one that I did miss because I just wasn't observant enough and it didn't really appear on the map. But when you get to Fort Mume, you want to come to this final platform here where you see this massive arch. Before this actual electrogranum appears, you'll have to do a floor puzzle by lighting up certain things. You have to run across them, light them up without having one left over. When you complete it successfully, obviously, you summon the Electrogranum here, and you just press T to victory. What I did miss is that these over here appear. I didn't actually see these. So obviously you just click along, and the Electroculus is over here in the open. Just fly over to it and pick it up. And for the 22nd and pretty much final Electroculus that I've got to cover is right here, not on my character, but on this domain here. Now, I don't know how to actually get to this domain. I don't. I've tried looking everywhere, almost. I really don't know how to get to this domain. I tried looking on the inside. There's nothing on the inside of the walls. There's nothing really above that you can use to give you a hint as to how to get it. I don't know how to get to this domain. And that's kind of annoying because I think you need this domain because it's a domain. But I find it very weird that there's no real way to get to this domain. Because this is where it should be theoretically. I feel like it should have been fine just to put it here. But I can't find a way to actually get to it. If you do know how to get to it, then please tell me. I'm kind of desperate. I've been looking at all the areas around here for about 20 minutes again, and I can't figure out how to get into that simple domain. But that's all the Electroculuses. Or rather, the last Electroculus is right next to that domain door. I can assume, because that's where the marker appears, pretty much right on top of it. And that should be all the Electroculus, apart from the one that again I can't figure out how to get at the top of this area here. Out of all the Electroculus, I think that should be all of them. So the only ones that I haven't gotten are the one on this domain, the one in this door here underneath, and then the one at the mechanical array. So a total of 3 are missing from the whole collection. But I think missing only 3 out of almost 80 plus is fine for me. If you do know how to get these last few, the one at the domain underneath this door, rather where that last chest key is, and how to unlock that invisible barrier at the mechanical array, that would be muchly appreciated. Oh, and yeah, I did forget to mention that another one that I did miss was pretty much this one underneath Mount Yugu. Don't know how to get there. Nothing's really explained, so I'm just going to leave that one out until there's more information on it or other people have figured it out, because I'm a one-man team. Figuring this stuff out is very also time-consuming, so, sorry about that. But those are the 4 I missed. One in Mount Yugu, the one at the mechanical array, one at the domain, and one at the bottom of the Tatarasuna. Sorry about that. Going over to the Statue of the 7 and seeing how many levels we can actually achieve with all the Electroculus that I have gathered. For all, we go up to level 6 minimum. And we upgrade the statue to its, I think that's its final form, I'm assuming. And if we take a gander here, we need another, how many is that? Another 12 Electroculus to actually get another level. Don't know where you're going to get those from. I think you get those from other minigames and whatnot and stuff, but oh well. You're able to upgrade the statue to its final form with the whole golden thing, and you're able to reach level 6 with all the Electroculus that I have found. these are all the open world ones. I don't know if there's other ones that you can find in domains or something like that. I can't even remember how the system works anymore. But that is all the Electroculus that I have found so far. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and hopefully it was helpful. I did struggle here at the end because some of them actually, because I'm not a side quest kind of guy, I like to do the main story and get things done like that. And I also assume that you wouldn't have to do any side quests to unlock any of the Electroculus, much like in Mondstadt and Leeway. You could just gather all of them through open world stuff. There was no gated behind a quest. A lot of the ones in Azuma are actually gated behind a quest, so you have to do a quest for the Tatarasuna to unlock that area, and then also, pardon me, for the Memento lens, you have to do a quest to unlock it, to then be able to look at the fox statues and unlock certain Electroculus. Personally, to me, I don't like that. I don't really like the concept of this open world stuff being gated behind a quest. Especially if it's different from the previous zones. Two different zones acting very differently is kind of odd to me, and it's kind of just defeats the purpose of this gathering task, because it's much like a Ubisoft-styled game where it's just a gathering task. But I digress. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, hit that like button, and if this video was helpful, consider subscribing to the channel. Also, thank you to all the support on the previous video, on the previous Electroculus video. Honestly, thank you for the comments, the helpful comments. Any positivity, thank you so much for that. And if you enjoyed the video, thank you again. Have a good day, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.